Hey there, everybody! Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rama, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking into the Hangar buffs in terms of earning money this week and how you can purchase the Hangar 30% off. So, let's get straight into it. Now, I should mention, at the time of recording, it's Wednesday, because I want to have this video up nice and early for anybody trying to learn a thing or two. So, because of that, the buffs that we're going to be talking about aren't in place yet. However, it doesn't make too much of a difference as they're pretty easy to explain. So let's start off very briefly talking about the first thing that is going to be coming to Hangars, which is 30% off. So if you were planning on spending $1.5 million on a Hangar, for example, 30% off means you're saving around $500,000. Now, if you're buying a Hangar, the only two Hangars I would recommend to buy is either one all the way in LSIA for $1.2 million at 30% off. That's going to be like $900-ish thousand to $800,000, pretty inexpensive. And the other one I would recommend to buy is if you are wanting to be able to enter the military base without getting cops on you, and that is Fort Zancudo Hangar 3497. It's the cheapest of the bunch. I really don't understand why there are different hangars inside of the military base, because they don't do anything special. If you buy the cheapest hangar or the most expensive hangar, you get zero bonuses, no extra storage space. It's really goofy. It's just a way Rockstar wants to suck some more money out of you, so definitely buy the cheapest hangar. Now, when purchasing a hangar, all of the upgrades are also discounted, so if you want to get some special design and you want to get lighting or anything like that, you can obviously do so. What I should mention is the only upgrades you're really going to need are the living quarters, which are fairly inexpensive at $230,000, and the workshop, which is a bit more at $1.15 million. But again, these two things are discounted, so in total, if you buy a hangar for, let's say buy the LSI hangar for around $1 million, and then you also add on the additional upgrades, which is probably also going to be around $900,000, $800,000, means you're probably looking at around 1.8-ish million for a fully kitted out hangar, which is nice. It can't ever get rated as well, which is super good. I personally think the hangar is just a better version of special cargo because it pays you around the same hourly, but is much easier to use. So let's start off with the first buff, and really only buff that is coming to the hangar this week, and that is Rooster McCraw. If you walk up to Rooster, you can pay him $25,000, and he is going to source you crates. In 48 minutes, he will come back, and he will either have one crate or two. It's a 75% chance to bring you one crate, a 25% chance to bring you two. However, this week, Rockstar has doubled the chance. So it's now going to, not just the chance, sorry, I mean to say they've doubled the amount of crates you get. So now you get two crates guaranteed every time. Now, each crate inside of your hangar is worth $30,000. And you're not going to be getting a bonus because of the fact that you really can't. The way the bonus works for the hangar is when you stack enough of one single type of good, eventually you're going to start to get bonuses added upon each other. That's not the case with Rooster because he's just sourcing you random cargo. But what I should say is that at minimum you're getting $60,000 when you pay $25,000. And if you get four crates back, you're getting $120,000 for a $25,000 payment. So literally, you can get $100,000 for walking up to a person for 5 seconds and sending them off on their way. If you don't own a hangar, this is a really good way to make back some of the money that it costs to purchase it. The other way you can make money with a hangar is very easy, and that is, obviously, doing any of the missions. Now, I would highly recommend to only do narcotics, chemicals, or medical supplies, as these are the most profitable. I would also only recommend to do the land missions, as they are much easier and less tedious to complete. Now, the game will give you something like, for example, this laser. And the laser is a really cool aircraft, but what you can do to completely cheese the game is just go back inside of your hangar. And, well, actually you can't. I lied. Instead of going back in your hangar, you can just go to manage vehicles and call it out here, which is pretty easy to do. So I'm just going to scroll until I see an aircraft of mine that I really like. Unfortunately, my Raiju is blown up, so I guess instead we can get out something pretty good, like an FH-1 Hunter, and it's going to spawn it right next to me. And if you own a Raiju or any other aircraft, you can also call it in, and because you're literally at a military base, it'll spawn right where you are. The job we have here is incredibly easy. We really didn't even need to call out anything special for it. All we're going to do is drive or land our helicopter here, and we have to look for the generator, which is probably this. Yeah, there's the generator. So we're just going to shoot that a little bit. There you go. Generator's broken. And now we can enter the garage and take the chemicals. Oh boy, wasn't that challenging? Now we get to hop back into our aircraft and head over to the hangar. This shows you just how easy it is to do these missions. Now, some of them can be a little bit more tedious, like the one with the Avisa where you have to go underwater and grab a crate and then bring it over to the shore and then blow up the vehicle to grab the crate. It can be a little bit more annoying. But in general, these missions are very quick. They should only take you like 3 to 5 minutes on average to complete. However, there is a bit of a downside with the hangar missions, and that is there's a cooldown, a 3.5-minute cooldown when you deliver your crates. So I just delivered cargo into my warehouse, and if we hop onto the computer, you are going to see that 3.5-minute cooldown. It's honestly a little bit annoying that you have to wait for this cooldown, so if we take a look, we can see I cannot source chemicals for another 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The problem with the hangar business, as I've talked about in the past, is that you have to stack 50 of each good to get the maximum income. And when you say, oh, look, I have to wait 3 minutes, I guess I'll just source something else, that's when it becomes rather disappointing because you're going to start to lose the money that you would normally be getting. I mean, it's up to like, I think, a 75% bonus when you stack all 50 crates, which is huge. So I would definitely recommend, if you plan on sourcing yourself, to stack crates one after another. And if you're wondering, okay, well, what do I do with the 3.5-minute cooldown? Well, no problem. Go to preferences and scroll to any of the other businesses you have. Either the Kosatka or the agency would be more preferable for me. Then find a new session and invite only. This is going to load you immediately into a new lobby. And because you're not loading into a lobby with other players, it's very quick to actually fast travel to. So as you can see, I'm already in the swooping down animation for my agency, and here we are. So now all we have to do is walk downstairs and we can do a quick agency mission. Now you could also technically call, bro, I'm just trying to get through here. There you go. But you can also call Franklin on the phone and request a payphone hit, which is just as easy. The point being, it's just super simple to ignore the time. If you are earning around $50-ish, $60,000 per crate, plus Rooster with your hangar, you can probably earning a decent amount, maybe upwards of $700,000 every hour this week, which is pretty good, especially if you add on to the fact that you can also be doing a public mission or a public lobby sale mission. The hangar, when it comes to sale missions, is actually surprisingly good. And that's because of the fact that Rockstar added new land-based sale missions. These missions always involve only one vehicle, and it's usually a pretty quick sale mission in general. And the hangar has one of the highest sale mission payouts in the game. It's like 3.5 million or something crazy. So if you're selling in a public lobby, you can make upwards of $5 million with your hangar. Unfortunately, this week we don't have double money on the hangar itself, but it's still pretty nice that you can obviously earn a decent amount of money. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the hangar is the best property in the game, because it's not. There are many properties that are better, like the agency, like owning a Kosatka, and being able to obviously participate in the Cayo Perico heist. Heck, if you have another friend, doing the Diamond Casino heist, or even the Doomsday heists are much more efficient. But the hangar is still not a terrible property. It will earn you some money. I just don't think it's the best purchase out there. But if it's discounted, I think it's a good shout, especially because the major reason why you want to own a hangar is that you can purchase and upgrade your own weaponized aircraft. Making our way over to Warstock Cash and Carry, we can obviously see all the weaponized vehicles in this game, and there are quite a few. First of all, you don't need to own a facility anymore to upgrade your Avenger, so you can own an Avenger inside of your hangar, which is really cool, and you can get the weaponized Kanata upgrade, you can blow up, you can get the F-160 Raiju. Point being, there are a lot of things that you can do with the hangar, and I would say the major selling point for me would just be the fact that you can upgrade and get personal aircraft that you can mess around with. Now, technically, the Sparrow's really more useful than 90% of the aircraft you'll get, but still, it's pretty nice. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the hangar, and if you are going to end up purchasing one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.